Hey Chris, just a little bit of a look here. I think I've got these matched up as best I can. I try to get the arms matched up together, and how it sits. You're going to see that your posture sits up a little bit more than mine does, but I've got the arms matched, and so we're going to move these. And there is some, some improvements that are going on. We'll take yours in the first 3 feet, and move it to where it's parallel, and I'll do the same with mine. We're going to see, similarities here with where the clubs are moving, minuscule as to where they are here. And then we'll move these together a little bit as they go back. And I think you can see, I'm going to move it to it's about mid-chest with yours. And I'll do the same with mine, just so the hands are matched up together. And I think you can see, the shafts are staying pretty close together here. But you'll notice a little bit of a difference as mine continues up and goes to shoulder high. I'll move yours up to shoulder high, and there they are. They're still the same, right, with where the shafts are. And now I'm going to finish mine at the top, and you notice the shaft doesn't change at all. And I'm going to finish yours at the top, and you can see it goes up just a bit. So see, that's a big piece, because I think that's going to continue to allow, you to be able to keep the club in a better place. Now, if I back yours up a bit and go back to where it was, basically moving it up to where my hands are here. I mean, this is as far as my arms go, so see, it's a little easier to keep the shaft in a pretty good position. But as yours goes to the top, it just gets a little bit, off from its original angle. So, it's something to continue to work on. But let's look at the downswing. So let's bring yours back from here. Let's bring yours to mid-chest here. And I want you to watch how this works, because you can see how this is really all one move. It's not as much of a separation of the arms from the shoulders that I like to see. It's sort of the whole thing moves together right to there. And you've got a little bit of separation, but you still have, the left arm tucked against the side. And then if you watch this one, and I'm going to keep the transparency, but you can see it on the left as it goes down. If you watch as this one goes down, I mean, look at the difference in how the arms work, and look at how the left arm is already moving away from its position, and how the shoulders are still more open. The right arm to shaft angles begin to widen a little bit with the upper arm to it. So you can just see there's a little bit of difference, and you can really see in the transparency down here. Again, if you back this up to the top of the swing and look where my shoulder is, and back this up to the top of the swing and look where yours is, see how our shoulders are pretty much in the same spot? Now let's move this to where your hands are about center chest, about right there, okay? Let's move mine again to where it's about center chest, which is about right there. And look at the difference in where my shoulder is versus where yours is. So see, mine's still back further. So that's going to be something that you need to continue to work on. You can see how the club shafts are similar in their parallel angles, but the body positions are different. So then, if we move yours again from here, let's go to where the club's, pretty much parallel to the ground. You can see it's working from a little inside right in here, and then sets a little bit under the hands here. And let's watch mine at the top as it'll work down. When it works down to where it's parallel, you're going to see a little bit of a difference in where the club is. You see, it's not under my hands when it's parallel to it. It's even with them. So the club is just working just a little bit more out as it's coming down. And you can see a couple of more frames. Look where it is there. I'm going to move it another frame here, and you can just see the difference on where the golf club is sitting. I'll move it again, and you can just see the difference in where the club's coming from and where yours is coming from. So you see how the shaft angles already are different. You can just see how one's steeper and one is more shallow to the original angle. You can see the contact here, and then we'll move this one down. And you get it pretty close here, which is pretty cool. So it ends up coming down there, but it just comes a little bit underneath. But this is where it makes a little bit of a difference on the follow through, and that's probably why you feel like you're chasing it a bit. And then as we go through here, this just lets the arms. And I think because I'm again my philosophy and my thinking is I'm letting the arms swing down and around. The arms are swinging down and around. Arms are down and around. I'm not worried about what the body does. So I'm just specifically trying to swing the arms down and around, and that may be the difference in the thinking process is going to make this a little bit easier. You can just see the positioning of the bodies here, and as they're coming around. And now as the club moves and exits over there, I'll move yours to go with it. And you can just see again, based on where our shoulders are, you know, I'm going to put our shoulders even here. You see where mine's going to exit, see where my shoulder is, see where the club head is with the hands. And then I'm going to exit yours here, and you can see how, you know, it's just a different spot in where the club is going through. So, yeah, improvement. So, and obviously you're seeing it in the contact, but we've still got some things to do, and I think if you can, in the downswing, work it to where from right at the top of the point here, and I'm going to back mine up, I think the longer you can feel that the shoulders hold, okay, and again, watch the first 3 feet of yours. You can watch it on the clear spot up top, or you can watch it on the deal. You can just see how that move is all together. So again, as it goes back up here, watch the downswing start. It's the arms, the shoulders, and the shaft pulled together in one motion. So the arms aren't coming away from the chest. It's actually pulled down a little bit more to that point. And if you watch mine, the chest will stay there, and there's more of an arm swing away. So again, as you're looking at when the hands are getting, you know, roughly in the same spot here, and I'll back it up again, where our hands are mostly even. See how my shoulder's more back and yours is moved more forward. So that's really the difference. And I think that's going to allow the golf club then to come down and get to where it gets, you know, out in here instead of working down underneath the hands there. You can just see our hands are in the same place here, and look where your shaft is. You know, you can see it, and just so you can see it on the transparency. Here's your club head to your shaft right there, and you can see how it's trailing behind where mine is. Mine's already at the 3 feet level. So when you look at where our hands are, and then as the club comes in, I mean, you can just see how my club is more out and around, and so it's gotten an earlier start with the arms, so it's gotten out and away, and it's going out, and it's going to be able to swing. Pardon me, I'll back this up so your hands and mine are matched. So mine's going to be able to swing out and more around, and yours is still working a little bit more under and up. All right, hopefully you can see that. I think it makes sense, and you know, keep working on it. I really like what's going on. You're doing some good things. So if you need and want to have this video on the left, I can send it to you, the one I'm comparing yours to, so you can let me know. All right, keep it up. Sounds good, man.